One password to rule them all. Sounds cool, right? That's exactly how a reputable password manager operates, storing all of your credentials under a chunk of solid granite. But what truly makes a provider the best password manager 2023 has to offer? And which ones can you trust? Welcome to the channel, I'm Gavin. I've tested a lot of providers and I'm here to give you reputable advice alongside any notable pros and cons of the most recommended password managers. I'll kick this off with an industry titan, NordPass. Now I see them a lot in reviews and best of lists and that always makes me skeptical. But what I consider to be really important about this provider is their whole security infrastructure. It works on a zero-knowledge architecture and applies modern encryption. All that simply means is that only one person, you, can access your data. I'd be a liar if I ignore the fact that your password manager is only really as strong as your master password. This is where answering the "Are password managers safe?" question gets tricky. Use a strong one, and even multi-factor authentication for that extra boost. It is cool that there's a biometric option if you want to feel super bougie. There's also a password health checker that spots old and weak passwords, and a data breach scanner which notifies me if any of my data gets leaked across any dark web databases. Speaking about the app itself, I'd say it is user-friendly for sure. I tested it across different devices and I would say there's a major learning curve for complete beginners. What I liked most was being able to neatly categorize my passwords into folders. If I want to create a new one, I just tap here and then you've got the search bar to look up passwords that might be displaced in the wrong folders. A couple of gripes I might have would be that there's no option to share a whole folder with the standard plans, only the enterprise, and it is in beta mode. Another small thing I noticed is there's no ability to store files. Well, not right now anyway. They posted a whole blog on how to do this, but the feature doesn't seem to be out just yet. So I'm waiting, NordPass. Either way, NordPass is a great starting point for any beginner, but I think there's enough functionality for more advanced users too. There's even a pretty good free version, but it is limited, so I'd only recommend it for testing. If you're going to invest, how does it fare in the market? I say inexpensive, and all plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee too. The entry-level plan currently comes in at just under £2 per month. That's for just one user, but you can stay logged in while switching across devices. A great place to start. If you are after affordability, I've added some of the best password manager prices I could find. I always update those with the most current deals, so check them out before you commit to anything. Okay, my friends, now I want to take a look at another password manager 2023 choice. It'll be Keeper. Straight out of the box, I can see they have a couple of similar architecture strengths as NordPass. Industry standard encryption, albeit a little less modern than NordPass. Then there's also the beloved zero-knowledge architecture. Yet the similarities kind of end there, if I'm honest. There's some really unique additions from Keeper, so I'd recommend it for a more advanced user that likes the extras. Take their safe messaging app, Keeper Chat for starters. Yes, not really a must-have in the password manager world, but this lets one communicate privately with friends, a little like WhatsApp. What's great though, is there's a self-destruct feature too. And if I didn't feel a little bit like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible already, the self-destruct theme doesn't end there. There's a wicked feature if you happen to lose your device or someone steals it, where all of your data self-destructs after a certain amount of failed login attempts. Unpacking the app itself, first impressions, I like the way it handles. I'd say it's one of the best password manager for iPhone options, mainly because there's just a whole load of features. I was even able to add some favorites for easy access on the Apple Watch. For such exclusivity, is it going to cost an arm and a leg? Their entry-level plan sits a little more expensive than NordPass currently, but only a fraction, for about £2.50 a month right now. But I will say, a few additional features cost more, which isn't ideal if you want everything in one place, and can get a little pricey. I do like there's unlimited identities with their cheapest plan though. Also, there's no free version, just a trial that can be kept only on your mobile after, but it is extremely limited. So, only you can say whether you would benefit from the features from day to day. It isn't that steep, all things considered though. Right, I value your time, so moving on to another option, RoboForm. And by the way, if you value this content, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to show your support. Anyway, the main reason this is in my best password manager 2023 lineup is that it has been in the password manager world for quite some time, proving its dedication to user security. Though I wouldn't say there's particularly security-focused add-ons or shiny features, the must-haves like 2FA, security sharing passwords, dark web monitoring, password assessment, and more are there. I can even generate strong passwords simply. Essential, but not groundbreaking, sure. So what is? Well, their convenience is reassuring. If you can look past the Back to the Future UI vibes, it works well. Their autofill function is one of my favourites, as it also fills in various forms. Plus their mobile versions look modern, so it doesn't really clash with the rest of my apps. In terms of value, there is a free version, but it lacks the 2FA and live customer support. So the premium is the only one I'd really recommend, especially if you're new to the game. Keep in mind, despite having to commit to long-term plans, it is so cheap right now, under £15 for a year. That's one of the cheapest prices I've seen on the market at the moment. Moving on to 1Password. Can you trust this provider with all your prized passwords? Again, there's good encryption, but what makes them stand out is the emergency kit. This makes it super easy to recover your account in case you lose access to it. In terms of privacy, there is also a privacy feature I don't often see from password managers: travel mode. This protects non-travel friendly data by removing vaults when I cross borders. Good for accessing work vaults while on holiday. I complained before a little about not all top password manager options having secure storage, but 1Password rises to the challenge here. There's 1 gig of encrypted file storage. First impressions of actually using it? In my experience, it's pretty easy to get used to it since the app is modern and pretty intuitive. Sharing permissions is pretty amazing with this provider too, especially with the family plan. I can alter permissions, who can see what and stuff like that. It's similar to the folders some other password managers use, but I can also just share the whole vault right away. I'll also say that personally, the browser extension is on par with the app in terms of usability. Just look here, I can use autofill. It recognises address and credit card fields, and I can save stuff without opening the app. If you're looking for a truly streamlined experience, then this might be one of the most intuitive providers I've encountered that your whole family can get the hang of. Again, pricing, just under $3 a month billed annually. That's impressive and very competitive. Though they don't advertise UK pricing, this would be around about £2.50 at the current exchange rate, the price of a coffee. Right, I have one more option for you, Dashlane. Sure, the security standards aren't anything groundbreaking, yet it has had a good run in the password manager field and has a lot of the standards I'd expect. With all that said, is it the answer to what is the best password manager? Potentially. If you're really in favour of a good mobile app. The mobile apps are intuitive and stylish, and they're fully featured. I'd say it's one of the best password manager for Android and iPhone picks. Specifically, you can access your vaults offline with their mobile version, something their web counterpart can't do. Speaking of that, the desktop version, well, they got rid of the app entirely and completely migrated to a web-based version some time ago. Again, I was curious about this move, but after testing it out, I can't say there's any big issue with this shift. It is easy to set up and easy to use. I can store my passwords, payment cards, and even notes. What I find the most convenient, I can update hundreds of passwords at once, a true time saver. Is there anything unique? Not really, but you've got the dark web monitoring feature and surprisingly a decent VPN. Knowing that Dashlane is packed, I was surprised to see they're fairly affordable. Their entry plan is under $3 a month, so that's about £2.30 give or take with the current exchange rate, and they do offer a free version which is only really for one device. Despite this, the VPN comes with higher tiered plans, but even that isn't wildly priced, so I guess it is nice that you can tailor what kind of protection you really need. Which provider might I favour in 2023? NordPass is currently one of my favourite options from a reputable company and packing solid security advantages. It can be hard to beat. Having said that, Keeper is great for any privacy enthusiasts with their zero-knowledge architecture and dedication to users' privacy. RoboForm will fit those who carry a bit of 2000s nostalgia, and to be honest, any of my picks will suffice in terms of storing and safeguarding your online accounts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you tried any out? Don't forget to use a special discount to save a few bucks on whatever password manager you pick. I appreciate the support, and I'll catch you in the next video.